Okay, let's pack for Bali. Very exciting. Got my list in front of me, but sometimes it's kind of nice to just be able to explain a little bit in person as well. So really, you need so few things that it will blow your mind. I pack carry-on only. I only take things on in the cabin of the airplane, typically. And you really don't need any more. And if you bring more, you're just going to be carrying around stuff and searching through some things to find other things. And it gets to be a nightmare because you're worried about who might lose your luggage and on and on and on. So I'm telling you, you can, no matter who you are, do it with just carry on and you will be more than fine, especially in a tropical location like Bali. So first and foremost, your passport. That's really, really important. And then you're also going to need an electric plug adapter. The right ones for Bali, they're in your packing list and you can kind of look and see what that looks like. And specifics, I like to take individual ones like this. There are those cube ones that have many different countries. I find them kind of bulky, sometimes a little bit heavy. I would rather have a couple individual ones. Do not forget, if you're stopping and staying overnight somewhere else, like Singapore or Taipei, you should check what their plug adapters look like as well. Prescription medications, really important. And if you can have them in their original packaging with your prescription on the side, all the better. But you shouldn't have a problem either way. Your phone and your charger for your phone, those are important. Next, I'm just looking at my list here. Cash for tips. I like to keep a little bit of US cash just as an emergency thing, because almost no matter where you are, US cash will get you out of a bind. But really, other than that, it's just having a little bit for tips at, let's say, the airport, places like that. So things that you actually might want to have US cash for, or on our side, someone dealing with your bag or something of that nature. So a very small amount, because everything else you'll pull out of the ATM when you get there. Next is going to be, we talked about a lightweight suitcase, and then I like to take an over-the-shoulder little purse. I think I might have one in my pile here. Maybe not. Maybe it's not here with me. Anyway, Bali is not a place I worry a whole lot about. Definitely not about personal security, but I also don't worry a whole lot about minor things like theft. However, if you keep some kind of a light travel purse, then you'll be able to be more balanced instead of having something fancy that you're like pulling down on and trying to keep track of. Something that just hangs over you is way better. I like ones that have a little spot to put a water bottle, because then you always have your water with you and stay hydrated. Let's see, something that is probably surprising to you, but important to me, and I don't travel without it, is a luggage scale. It weighs next to nothing, but this is how you make sure that you don't go over the weight limit for packing, because not only is the size of your bag that you're bringing on going to be important, and you should double check in your airline what the measurements are that you can have. It will also have a weight, and you will think it's a crazy low weight, but I'm telling you, you'll be fine. But one of these guys will show you in both kinds of units what you got weight wise. Order this on Amazon. It's probably less than $10, and you will use it over and over. So you can pack it with you. You can take it with you. It's important. Okay. Next, let's talk about, let's see, neck pillows, because if you are traveling, especially if you're traveling in economy like I'm going to be this time around, find yourself an amazing neck pillow, because it could just save your life, because you want to be comfortable. There's lots of different ones. I've tried many of them. This one's a little bit more standard, but thick, and it doesn't squish down too easily, which I find to be really important, because if it squishes down, it doesn't hold my head up. So not the cutest look in the world, but, and I like ones that go around to the front too, so I can lean my head down like that if I want to. Some people like them. I'm not a fan of blow up ones. They do squish down so you don't take up space, but those ones for me tend not to be as comfortable. So I have tried the ones that have a skeleton, so to speak, on one side built in. Looks like a scarf, but has a skeleton. I wanted to like it more than I did. This is my latest and greatest here. So I'm trying out this one. This is one of those ones that's a complete wraparound like this. So I can't give you the full review on that because I haven't spent 10 hours with it yet on a plane, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards this time. As a super extra, but if you get hot, if you're one of those people that is just gets like super lava, you might think of something to cool you down just so you enjoy your time around town in Bali. It's not that it's crazy hot, it's just that you're out in the sun and it is a more direct sunlight than it is here in the Pacific Northwest. These are little cooling towels. Again, get them on Amazon. They're sold in a pack of like 3. They might cost $10. You wet it and you put it on your neck or on your wrist and it keeps you feeling cooler. There are also some fans that you could do the same thing with that go around here. They're probably heavier to pack, but it's something to think about if it's really important for you. And then, oh, this one's good. Really good bug spray, really good mosquito spray. And it's not that the mosquitoes are crazy, they're not, but come on, if you're going somewhere, you have a possibility of dengue fever or a number of other things, take it seriously, have some DEET. This is not the time for, lovely Avon Skin So Soft moment. You need to be pretty serious about this. But even this one is a carry-on size, and it's a lot. That's a lot, more than you need. There are also some that come in wipes. That's awesome. I'm not a medical professional. I can tell you I do not take malaria med for Bali. It is not something that is on their list. It's not a big concern. And if it kind of helps to remind yourself, it's like the Australians, Hawaii, it's, in my opinion, completely unnecessary. But you should have your basic travel vaccinations, and you should always ask a medical professional if you are wondering if you should add something like malaria med. So, because I am not that. Lastly, if you want one, this is a extra, like a day bag. Something I can use to pack extra things I bought to bring them home, maybe, if I decide to pack a bag on the way home. That's when I pack a bag. Is if I do some mega shopping, I pack it on the way home because I'm not going to be nearly as stressed as on the way there. This folds up into itself, actually is the size of this front pocket and weighs next to nothing. Again, might be $12.99 on Amazon. So those are some of the more important things. Let me just glance at my list again. Don't worry about clothes. You are not on a fashion, Instagram moment unless you really want to be. Otherwise, you're just not. You're not going to wear a lot of makeup. You're going to want to feel like loose clothing. It feels comfortable and flowy. I bring maybe 2 pairs of pants. I'm a big pants girl. They might be travel pants. They might be convertible pants. I can take them off, make them into shorts if I want to. But I find that covering myself just makes it so I don't have to worry about things like mosquitoes anyway more. So I do that. Same with blouses or shirts. You just need like maybe 3. You can bring a light dress that can double as a swimsuit cover up. I wear a travel bra, meaning like something more like a sports bra or something more comfortable, which is what I recommend. It's not hard to get your clothing washed there if you're staying longer than a few days. It's very inexpensive to send it out and get it back. Bring a light, very light jacket or a fleece. Something keeps you warm, mainly for the airplane. And then if there is a freak shower, then you have something if you want to as well. But it's mainly for the airplane. Same with socks. They're mainly for the airplane. Shoes, 2 pairs tops, 1 that you're wearing. I love Keen sandals because they can also go in the water. They have wonderful traction. Not the cutest things in the world, but I'll tell you, mine have been to many, many, many places and have never, never gone wrong with me. A hat is always good. I like to pick ones that cover my ears as well. And I think those are kind of the top things. There's a whole bunch more on my list, just little things to mention to you, but I'll show you with the extra stuff like Band-Aids or like ginger candies if I think I'm going to go out snorkeling and I want to settle my stomach. Allergy med, there's Band-Aids, there's those kinds of things. I just put them in one little tiny thing, trying to make it small. And that's what I advise you to do. The fancy packing stuff isn't always the best. Keep it simple, keep it light, keep it materials thin and you'll probably be happier. And then let's see, don't carry heavy books and stuff. If you have something you want to read, put it on a digital way. Download it to your phone and to your tablet, one of the two. And you can bring a money belt. I often bring one. I typically don't use it. I spread out where I put my money because that's just a wise thing to do. And I'll tell you, take a photo of your passport and anything else important to you and send it to yourself. And that way you have a digital copy of your passport because God forbid you misplaced it. That will help in getting a new one. I think that is kind of the end of it. Same with jewelry. Bring something fun. Don't bring anything expensive. You don't need it. I don't wear my wedding ring. Most of the time if I want to wear one, I bring a replacement one that's not anything super valuable. So that's it. We're going to Bali. Ask me if you have questions, but like I said, as long as you show up with the very basics, your passport, a credit card, and your medications, that's pretty much all you need. And if you can't buy it there, they've been living without it forever, and you probably don't need it. Just don't worry. It's going to be fantastic. Talk to you soon, and happy travels.